13 Pro Max 256GB 120Hz display 5G. Your screen has been enchanted. You must subscribe to my YouTube channel. The voodoo is working.
Them man are moving mad. Nah, you're moving mad. Them man are moving mad. Before you chat to me, who's your dad?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you know who I am, good for you. If you don't know who I am, it's Ty with the beanie. In today's video, we're going to be doing 25 tips to survive in college. By the time you guys get these 25 tips, you're not only going to be surviving in college, you're going to be thriving. You're going to be running the whole college game. Everyone's going to be coming to you like, how are you doing it? Who told you? Where did you get these tips from? And then you send them here so that they subscribe to the channel. First tip, to be proactive. You have to always be ready for whatever's to come. You have to be countering stuff days, weeks before it gets to you. Because when stuff piles up, that's when you start stressing. And one thing about college, you want to try your hardest to not stress. Because when you start stressing, that's when you start panicking. When you start panicking, that's when you start doing nonsense. When you start doing nonsense, that's when you start failing. And when you start failing, that's when you are not doing college anymore. 2, don't stress until there's something to stress about. There's going to be so much stuff that you have to worry about when you're in college. So you got to make sure that you're not always stressing. Sometimes you just got to let things go. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. In the words of an up-and-coming artist that I discovered, you won't break my soul. So don't be stressing about stuff that you don't need to stress about yet. But also remember the first thing, to be proactive. So a little bit of both, little here, little there. 3, make friends. Don't come to me 6 months into school. Oh, Ty with the beanie, I don't have friends. No one is my friend. No one called my name. No one called my phone. No one invited me out. Oh, Ty with the beanie, I'm so lonely. What do I do? Oh. Introduce yourself. Walk up to someone. Hi, I'm so. This is my major. This is what I'm studying. This is where I'm from. 4, do not force friends. When you arrive at college, everyone is trying to click up. Everyone's in a group. Everyone is, oh my God, this is my best friend, Shaniqua. We love each other. When did you meet Shaniqua? Yesterday. How is Shaniqua your best friend from yesterday? Whoever's supposed to be your friend will be. Whoever's not supposed to be your friend will not be. This is not high school. Cool kids, cool to themselves. If they're not cool to you, don't force yourself to be around them. 5, an amazing tip, apply to be a RA. An RA is a resident assistant. Generally, I believe at like 99% of the time, if you get the position of a resident assistant, they pay for your housing. And housing costs a lot of money. And when the school pays for it, it takes a huge amount off your bill. If you guys want to hear about my RA tips, tricks, how to get your application going, how to make your application stand out, tell me in the comments and I'll definitely make that video. But apply to be a RA, free housing. Some schools pay for your food. Some schools give you a stipend. Some schools give you a salary. If you want to know more about what I got as an RA or what I get as an RA, tell me and I'll make the video in the comments. 6, don't put too much trust in people. When you arrive, you're in a new space. It's kind of like, you're speaking to someone, they say hi, they're friendly. Automatically you think, oh my God, this person is my friend or whatever. You could be friendly, you could trust people, but be careful. Always be careful because people be trying to. As many good people there are in college, there's also bad people, and you don't want to spread out your information to the wrong person. Before you know it, you're on the speak your mind of the page and all your business is out there. Upgrade your struggle meals. You can't be eating like someone who's, I don't even know the word to describe it. Just because you're eating struggle meals doesn't mean you have to eat horribly. There are ways to spice up your struggle meals. Get seasoning from the store when you first arrive. I like to add rotisserie chicken in my noodles. So I buy rotisserie chicken is like $7 from Walmart. Big chicken cut up. When I stuff the chicken in the noodles, it's like I'm eating noodles for a king. Go on Instagram, go on YouTube. You find a lot of ways where people make different cooking videos where they get to cook stuff and it's cheaper ways to make stuff, cheaper ways to get stuff. Be aware of your surroundings. Wherever you go, always be mindful of where you are. Be mindful of what's going on around you. Be mindful of who is around you. If you came with 3 phones and a pie, you leave with 3 phones and a pie. Or 3 phones and a pie and a girl. Or 3 phones and a pie and a guy. That's whatever you want to do. But you gotta be mindful of who you're around, because stuff happens and you have to always be aware, like, okay, this is where I was, this is what happened. Also, explore your surroundings. Go out, go travel. Well, not travel and you miss class. Go out, explore, see what's going on out there. Go to museums, go to free stuff, go to restaurants, see what's around you, really get a feel of your environment. But also be aware that the more you go out of your way, the more aware you need to be of what's going on, because you're farther from school. If anything happens, it'll be more difficult for people to, identify you or stuff like that. So you want to always make sure that the further you go from campus or wherever your school is, the more aware you are. A very important one, you have to remember what you're here for. You're here to find yourself, but don't lose yourself. So you got to make sure that you're on top of your education, on top of your books, because if you fail out or you stop doing college, you're no longer in that environment. So you're not partying with the college kids anymore because you're not in school anymore. Don't follow crowds blindly or for no reason. If you don't know where they're going, you don't just go. Get a calendar, planner, journal, whatever it is. My first year of college, I was just going everything on a whim. A lot of times I forgot I had this, I forgot I have this meeting, I forgot I had that class. When you have a journal, calendar, you could write everything down. You could go by the calendar. Okay, today I have this. That also helps with structuring, planning. Don't care what people think. Everyone is going to do what they want to do when they get to college. So if you're concerned, oh, this person thinks I'm too this, or this person thinks I'm too that, or this person thinks I'm too those, nobody cares. And even if they do, you shouldn't care. Do what you want to do, but be mindful of what you do, and obviously always self-evaluate, reevaluate the things you do. When you get home, sit down and think, okay, I did this. What does that make me feel? How does this make me feel? They're going to do what they want to do. So why should you care? Remember, you're not here to find love. Don't get me wrong, if you get into a relationship, good for you. Go Cupid, but don't have a test the next day and be cuddled up in Bae's bed, because if you fail, you will be the one to go home and Bae will still be sleeping in his bed. Make sure that it's not interfering with your studies. 17. Get an internship before the summer ends, or before whatever break, winter break, summer break, whatever it is. Try to get an internship so you're not going back home as the same person. Because when you go back home, you're going to be bored. After all the partying, everything in college, and now you're just back home not doing anything. So you're going to want to meet new people, get new experiences. And a great way to do that is through internships. Maybe if it's an internship in another state, they sometimes pay for your housing and sometimes pay for your drive around and everything like that. So try to get an internship. Understand the requirements of your degree so you're not here for longer than you need to be. Ask your advisor, what are the things that's required for me to graduate? Because if you're not aware of the requirements, when it gets to your senior year, they will keep you back. If you're not complete with the stuff you're supposed to do, you will be back here another semester, spending another school fees. So make sure you know what is required of you to graduate and you get it all done on time. If you change your major midway, find out the new requirements, because they don't always carry over or apply. But just be aware, like, okay, if I do this, it'll take me an extra semester. Or if I do this, I have to take this many classes, I have to add this, I have to add that, I have to drop this. Also, don't do too much. Don't rush. Why are you running? Where are you running to? Calm down, slow down, take it easy, not too much. Don't rush. Don't try to take 20 classes at once, 56 credits at once. 4 years might seem like a long time, but it's gonna fly by. So don't rush. Just take your time, but also make sure you're getting it done at a pace that makes sense. Push yourself. Don't be lazy. Generally, when you get to college, it's like completely just live life, but you gotta just also try to do more than you came to do. Find what your limits are and try to push your limits. If you did 15 credits last semester, try doing 16 this time, or try doing 17. You don't want to overwork yourself, but you also don't want to be too relaxed. A lot of college life is really balancing. Call home. If you don't call home, they'll say they possessed you. Ah, my son, they possess him. Ah, my daughter, they possess her. She don't call home no more. She went to college now. She's grown now. So make sure you call home. Try to go home. Sometimes, if you have free time, you don't have a lot of work this weekend. Talking like relatively, if you live close and it's within schedule and it makes sense, try to go home if you can. Surprise them, pop up. It's me, back again. What's up? I'm about to run this house now that I'm coming from college. Yo, don't be too attached to home. Don't be running home all the time. Any little thing you feel sad, you feel this, you fail this test or something, you're running home. You also want to try to establish yourself as an individual away from home. Find out who you are from home. But you can't find out who you are away from home if you're constantly going back home all the time. If it's free, take advantage of it. They give out free stuff all the time. Different programs, different companies will come. People will text you, oh, they're giving out it. If they're giving it out, you wake up, you get up from your bed and you go outside and you get it. If you can't get up, go get it. Free stuff will definitely come in handy. Whether it's free food, some of them be busting for real and tasting mad good. free badge, free books, free pen, free whatever. Lock your room door. If you're in a dorm, lock your room door. When I tell you, I've heard so many crazy stories of things happening, people's stuff getting stolen, people being attacked, this happening, that happening from different people that are from different schools. If I'm inside my room, I always lock my door because you never know who's just gonna try and open your door and walks inside and attack you and run out. You never know. If your roommate don't have a key, you lock him out. If your roommate doesn't have a key, you lock her out. She gotta go find a key. Last but not the least, don't beat yourself up for not sticking to schedule. Sometimes stuff gets in the way, you get caught up with time, you expected to be somewhere only an hour, you ended up staying 3 hours, or you didn't wake up on time for one class one day. Don't make it too much of a big deal where it's like, oh my god, my life is spinning in circles now that I've missed one class. Just relax. Get back on the wagon, get back on schedule, get back on the wheel and start over, continue driving. Once you keep it pushing for real, that's really what college life is. The more you push, as long as you can keep it pushing long enough, before you know it, you're at the end of your 4 years, you're getting your degree, you're graduating, and screaming, oh my god, on the stage, yeah! And they say, yes, thank you, Tyree Debini, for the tips. Oh yes, I owe you my degree. Right, so you just want to keep pushing. But we've come to the end of this video. And if you feel like any of these tips helped you or are going to help you or motivated you, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment, and in honor of HE 25 tips to surviving, thriving, living through college. Bam.